So we are back. Here we go for the last time. Today we have the fifth game between Freda and Palko, Sweden against Slovakia, and we are playing under thrilling 1 minute plus 4 seconds Fisher time increment. And in this game, of course, the first half absolutely doesn't matter. We can see that Freda actually played an entertaining Tengen move, which according to AI is losing something like 1.5 points, but who cares? Palko is going up here with d6, starting a flying knife variation, which let's see if Freda is familiar with. I would personally try to find out some kind of escaping variation, because personally I'm not familiar with that. Freda has an advantage that he actually has a ladder. Wait, this is what, h3? h3 I've never seen before. I have seen f3 and g3, but definitely not h3. Hopefully it wasn't a misclick. Palko is probably already having fun. I can see how he's smiling on the camera. Anyway, he seemed to be studying this. I would bet on that. But let's see. Let's see. Hane is also something new for me, because normally white is playing b7. So black is going from the outside. Quite often, actually, from my experience in this variation, what's happening is that black can actually take the outside and let the corner die. I mean, it's quite often good enough. It's quite often good enough. But at the moment, I have a feeling not only black will take the outside, but white is dying overall. White is maybe even dying overall, because black still has plenty of liberties in the corner, and white definitely doesn't have time to connect, I think. But he might start taking liberty. So both sides actually decided to play the opening very quickly, because they didn't want to gain low on time. I mean, I can absolutely tell you that 4 seconds is absolute madness. 4 seconds is absolute madness, and actually in the first edition of Factorio Championship, like nearly 2 years ago, we even had only 3 seconds at the beginning, in the last game. So I remember I played against Ali Jabarin, and the game was an absolute festival, which didn't make almost any sense, with plenty of blunders and so on. Eventually it worked out for me, but it was absolutely random. So I don't think 3 seconds is enough. Well, 4 seconds is also madness, but a bit less than 3 actually. It might look like not a big difference, but it actually is. Anyway, so white actually realized he's in trouble directly in this semi. So he played the monkey jump, but I have a feeling that black can probably just punish that. So black is now reading, but I think black can just play some very straightforward sequence to capture. Yeah, I wonder what white wants to do from this situation, because I mean, white would be okay in case he would be protected at e3. I mean, most likely with f3, something like hanging connection. But the problem is that when he's at h3, there is a clamp here. There is a clamp and cut over here, which actually give plenty of liberties to black in case it's necessary. So that's why I have a feeling white is in trouble. So let's see if he finds out something. But it's a bit different when the connection is not solid there at e3 or something. So white connects solid. And then what? Yeah, of course, like white is giving black a puzzle, which means Freda is burning a lot of time, and we know how much time matters. Seems like Freda actually went for the most simple variation, which might be a Seki, if I'm reading correctly. So yeah, it looks like a Seki, I think. So which is still, of course, really good for black, because black is taking center and so on. So white here, black here, white there. Yeah, it's in center for black. Yeah. Anyway, so black is comfortably ahead right now. Let's see what happens next. But white will again need to try some magic to turn this game around. So Philan from Portugal is asking if when there is a next Factorio tournament run. So yeah, so the creator of this tournament, Kurch, has just answered in the chat section that the tournament is not yet 100% confirmed, but the sponsor is very willing to do it. We just need to set up some kind of technical stuff like a commentator and the producer and so on. And so if all of this works out, then the tournament will surely happen. And yeah, indeed, Scourge, it feels criminal that F2 is wasn't happening. So actually, Black could probably destroy White on the spot there, but he didn't do it. I mean, eventually, a Seki happened. Yeah. Hello, Ben. I hope you enjoyed Strasbourg. So you came to also watch this festival. So Madness fight happening in the bottom right. What's actually interesting in the top left corner is that Black actually let White play two moves there, like letting the opponent play D14 and C14 both. It's unusual, but here it doesn't matter that much since Black is super solid over there. So White is making some center exchanges on the outside, and White before making life, because S1 will be absolutely necessary. Indeed, Factorio was a banger, but actually the thing is that we only got to maximum 250 viewers at one moment, which we were hoping for a bit more, to be honest. Like, we were hoping that maybe the final matches might attract like 500 viewers or something, which unfortunately didn't happen. I don't know if we didn't do enough promotion or yeah, we actually have no idea like how to attract more people. So it's still something we need to work on, because since there were people not only from Europe watching, also from other continents. That's why we were a bit surprised that only 250 people in one moment. Yeah, of course, a lot of people were most likely watching it retrospectively. But yeah, let's say we wanted more, to put it this way. So White made life in the bottom right corner, then run away, a marathon in the center, and now White is looking for a chance, because this kind of wedge and S11 is a classic combination, but I don't think it's working over here because Black has a lot of liberty. Black is actually longer than usual on the second line, so I don't think it's working here. So Black connects, White also has to connect, Black will just easily make life, but instead White is trying to attack the whole thing, which looks way too optimistic, of course. But yeah, we can see on the stream that both sides has something around 6 seconds right now. Well, I can say to please some younger viewers, 6 or 7 seconds. So let's see if White can make something out of it, but it's hard because Black has already super solid corner in the top right. Also, the central group looks super fine as well. So even though White is getting a very good very good shape, White is still just running, and Black is taking a profit. So extremely tough game for White. Do you record that White made? Yeah, actually, I don't see the comment properly here on my phone when I'm watching it. So I'm sorry, I will not answer this question, Scourge. Yeah, anyway. So, at the moment we can see Black has a solid territory at the top side, solid territory at the bottom, solid thickness on the left. Yeah, and basically no weakness anywhere, except some endgame at S70. White has basically no points right now, and Black is also now creating mess in the top left corner, and that's probably Black was hoping for, because White can hardly kill Black there. White can hardly kill Black there when Black is super solid on the outside. But this score was unnecessary. I think Black's score was unnecessary. He could have connected. White would be forced to connect the cutting points as well, and then Black would live in the corner. But Black has score threats. Black has score threats, so Yeah, I think Black and Tanuki. Black and Tanuki and clean up the core, which is super huge. So Black answered, which to me is a bit surprising because this actually gives White more opportunities to do something. So here Black answered. So White actually pushed through a few core threats which were likely not 100% core threats at the moment. White is down on time. Black actually is managing to play relatively quickly. So I'm expecting a long core again. Yeah, I think White should have played K9. I mean, K9 was very important vital point for both sides. So eventually White actually chickened out from the core. White simply didn't have a proper core threat anywhere. So he actually decided to B17. Well, I said chickened out, but in fact, actually White is trying to convince Black that he's dead. And actually it's true that he is locally dead, but Black has a lot of liberties. And Black has also a massive power in the bottom left. So now Black can actually go to surround the group and get some kind of compensation on the outside. Yeah, Black is simply just getting enough here. It's just another co over here. Sorry, it's not a co actually. It's a semi, which still works pretty well for Black. So White actually decided to leave the semi, not to win it, and take this huge end game. But at the moment, it can be a co, right? It can be a co. R16 is suspicious because, in my opinion, R16 should have been a core threat, but Black can just take away Liberty and go for a semi right now. Black can also actually separate the group in the center, which at the moment is not 100% alive for sure. And you can see how big power actually Black managed to soar on the left side. So I'm not even sure if Black needs to actually answer this, and Black is actually finding another target. And White's group is also not 100% alive. So yeah, White is suffering in this game from now on. It's extremely difficult for him. So Black actually goes very harsh on White. I feel like F2 was maybe a bit too much. He could just separate the two groups and kill one of them. Actually, here White is maybe sorry, Black is maybe a bit asking for troubles, but he cut like this? He can probably. It seems like something will die. Yeah, now since it's Black's turn, there is no way that the center can survive. So it's just up to Black to find the proper sequence, but I don't think there is a way to mess it up. Let's see. Because it's true that right now, when Black just connects under, White is able to make an extra eye there, but I don't think the center will still remain an eye. So, well, the thing actually is that even if White lives, most likely White will simply not have enough, and there is still the co on the left side, which still need to pay attention at. Wait, extension at G6 was absolutely a minus exchange, but Black was probably low on time, so he made that exchange. It was mostly because there was some worries about the ladder at J9. I get it. Okay, I get it. So now Black is just killing. Black is just killing. While there is a Miai. White cannot make two wives at the same time. So White is still desperately trying to find something, but there is nothing. The game is over. So it looks like that for the first time in history at Speed Go Championship streams, we will have a 4-1 result, which is obviously normally not possible because the match normally ends at the time when somebody reaches 3 wins. Today we had an exhibition match, so we wanted to give you a chance to watch all of the 5 games. So it looks extremely likely that it will end up 4-1 for Frederik at the moment. For him, it's just one task on the board right now, not to die anywhere, somewhere accidentally, like here at the top. But here he just chooses a simple variation, just making life like this. The central group of White is simply too big. Let's see if White can still come up with something, but not. I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Yeah, we can see on the stream that Palko is not happy. He knows that is probably over, and the game is over right now when White surrenders. So we are getting a final result of 4-1 for Frederik. So congratulations to Frederik. And yeah, in this game, this was of course a super fast game, and I think White was not doing well directly from the beginning. He tried some new variation in the bottom left corner of the flying knife, which actually didn't work well because Seki was simply good enough for Black, and then Black was just mostly in control of that game. So that's it about the commentary of this game, and we will be back in a very few moments with an interview of our players. Okay, cool. So thanks for amazing games, guys. Welcome to Factorio Speed Go community, because it was the first time you joined our stream and games and so on with these massacre settings. So how do you guys feel? I mean, it's exhausting, right? I mean, did you like it? I mean, did you have fun? Would you consider to participate in the tournament if it happens again?
So as for me, I'm pretty exhausted after these games. It was pretty difficult. Like I didn't play so intensely for a long time. But it was also quite fun for me. So I hope I can make it if it happens.
Yeah, same for me. It was fun.
So, and do you feel like these time settings are still good enough to produce like okay games, or would you go slightly slower or even faster? Because I mentioned on the stream that in the first edition we even had only 3 seconds increment in the last game. So, what do you think?
Hard to say. It's hard to produce good games, I think. It's hard to read much. It's mostly just feeling. But it's fun also. Maybe it's more fun for the viewers, so it's fine. I think the viewing experience is most fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would keep the time settings like this. Like I think there are going to be mistakes, maybe some pretty bad mistakes, but I think that's okay.
I see. And what do you guys think was what was the decisive moment of the match in general?
Probably game 2 throw, where Palko threw it. He was leading so much, right?
You mean game 3, right?
Game 3, yeah, game 3.
Yeah, I also feel it was the deciding moment.
Yeah.
I think from game 4 you changed your style a bit, Palko. You played more like aggressive or kind of random.
I didn't mean to change it, so it had to be natural.
Because game 4, you just started to invade and fight everywhere from like move 10.
Yeah, I mean, game 4 and 5 are madness, right?
So you are saying that game 2 was clean, yeah, from me?
No, but game 1 was very clean. I thought after game 1 I would lose the match for sure, because I thought that was very, like, I had no chance that game.
I mean, I felt that game 1 and 2 were like, game 1 was really clean from Palko, then game 2 was really clean from Freda, and then game 3 was, yeah, you already mentioned it. So
Yeah, but it was clean from Palko, like 80% of the game. It was like, it was just one blunder, kind of.
But that's what sometimes happens with these types of things. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us today. I think we are having a great fun, not only me as a streamer, but also all of our viewers and you too as well. So thanks for today's matches. Have a nice rest of the Sunday and see you sometime again. Bye bye. And thank you everybody
Bye-bye.
for watching and cheering. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, bye.